All right, so who is Mike Lee? Mike Lee is sitting here with us today, and I'm just going to throw it out there that Mike Lee is the huntingest guy in Southern Oregon. He had the best pickup line to ask permission to hunt on a property I've ever heard in my life. I consider myself a pretty dang good sales guy, but that was one of those lines I was like, wow.
What did I say?
So we went up to a property owner and we found some turkeys on his property, called him over to the gate because he was outside, and he comes marching up and clearly doesn't want to talk to us. And we're wearing camo, so it's pretty obvious what we're there to interrupt his day for. So you talked to him for a few minutes, make some good connections about people you might know in the area, and then you just throw it out there just conversationally. It's like, you wouldn't happen to not like turkeys, would you?
Yeah, that was fun, man. That was a great time too. Unfortunately, he did not let us hunt those turkeys,
He
right?
didn't, but golly, that was a good line.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good one.
So last year, just to kind of build you up in your hunting credentials, and I think like looking into someone's trophy case, you always got to kind of take with a grain of salt because, and maybe again, my fault. I went to your house the first day we met, and I walk in your garage, and I don't know how many elk,
I don't know.
let's call them heads, but you really just take the skull cap and hang them in the rafters. Elk
Well,
antlers. I mean, how many are up there?
I have no idea, but I can tell you
I'm going to say it's like probably 20 plus at least.
probably. Yeah,
There's a California bighorn sheep hanging in your
in my house.
house.
Well, here's how I look at that: is I love taxidermy, but I love to hunt way more.
Well, and these aren't like, and again, I say looking at your trophy case, take with a grain of salt because you could hire a guide over 20 years to go take you to do all that stuff. But what I've realized is that's like DIY, public land, figuring it out. All that to say, I've gotten to know you and gotten to respect your opinions on, how to hunt, especially in the Pacific Northwest, so much that, we want you to be a contributor, a consistent contributor to this show to help our listeners, gain from your experience of a lifetime of outdoor pursuits in this part of the world. And so I think
want to make sure you come down and work out with us all the time.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
Yeah.
yeah. And so I think as we sit here today, it's important for folks to know that you're going to be pretty consistent on the show.